Alright, hello. Welcome to another episode of Land Your State of Mind podcast, and hosted by yours truly, Ethan.
Um, uh, I've got some things to
How's
talk
everyone
about.
today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yourself?
Great.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm bringing a few situations to the table. It's not going to be a very happy episode just because of the heavy topics we're going to be going over. The first, because we're trying to get this knocked out and not waste anybody's time. The first, I think this was released earlier. It was an announcement made by Spring KFC in the Clark County Government Announcements channel. It was covering the alleged treason on behalf of the judicial branch. Now, in this announcement, it didn't really explain the whole situation, and it was kind of confusing because of that. And I'm not sure familiar with the information that was given. So, Gamerboy, do you happen to have any background on this?
I mean, I'm not really too sure. I mean, the judicial branch has been a mess, kind of. A lot of people have been resigning left and right. I
Really?
didn't really know why he would make that announcement. I mean, kind of came out of the blue.
Yeah, it seems kind of unnecessary. And before we go any further, I want to apologize to Spring KFC because it's probably going to seem like we're coming at him. I don't know the guy, so nor really what his policies built on. But
Just going off
with
of what we know.
with all due respect to him, I don't agree with a lot of it.
Kind of seems like he's like in the center of all these controversial stuff.
Huh?
Isn't this like there's like abolishing LCPD, whose idea is?
Was it all his, or was he just kind of, as a senator should, listening to the people, and that's what the people wanted? Because I didn't
I
hear
mean,
anybody else talk about it.
I don't think like people joked around like let's get rid of LCPD. But I think everybody knew that getting rid of LCPD would be the dumbest decision.
Yeah, yeah. What I find really interesting is how fast the governor co-signed to this policy and signed off on it nearly immediately.
I mean, they are from the same party. It could be Orange's idea, and he was
Are they?
simply yeah, they're both in Mayflower United.
Oh, I didn't realize. I probably. I will point out that I haven't done very much research for any of the topics covered. I'm just going off of what's been announced and what's here in the government announcements channel, and it's kind of concerning with nothing to go off of. So in the next episode, I'll probably go more in depth and actually do my research and actually go through the process of vetting this stuff out and making sure I got everything right. But yeah, I would like to point out that it's really concerning that with a lot of these announcements, there's not very much backstory given, and most of these situations are never spoken of again. And I think that's just a disturbing pattern. Um,
Yeah.
oh yeah, and then a few hours after the message we just spoke about from Spring KFC about the judicial branch and its alleged treason,
Um,
Governor Orange Bear announces the deportation of someone. Sourced? I'm not sure
actually,
who that is or the situation there.
um, he's pretty popular.
Is he?
Yeah.
What happened?
Barcer? I think he is. Probably is. I mean, to be honest, the judicial branch is obviously a mess. But they haven't really done anything that I would personally consider treason. They're obviously a mess, and to be honest, every government division is a mess. Executive, legislative, judicial. But nothing to like do treason really, especially in the judicial branch. There's just a lot of like small and some bigger like mess ups that need to
Hmm.
be changed or fixed.
I see. So you wouldn't say that it's
I
treason?
wouldn't say
'Cause
that
I'm kind of
they've done
confused.
anything to be. I don't think they've done anything that's like treason.
Why do you think Sourced is getting deported? Do you think there's a bigger reason?
He wasn't like. I'm pretty sure that Orange said this. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember to the top of my head. Yeah, yeah, it was. I think it was him. Let me check.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah. Um. Apparently, he wasn't acting in the best interest of the state.
I see.
Because I'm looking at an image from DMs, and it looks like he wasn't agreeing with Orange or something, and
Mm-hmm.
then he also blocked Orange. Yeah,
Oh,
he
oh yeah,
blocked Orange.
that's. I remember seeing that attached to the message.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it just kind of seems like something personal between Orange and Cersei. I mean, I'm not too sure what really happened. There's how much context
Mm-hmm.
to really, point one thing out.
Yeah, and again, I'd like to point out that there isn't much context for most of these situations. Like,
It just
imagine you're
comes.
somebody who just joined the community and now they see something new pop up and they don't really have very much information on it. I haven't seen very many news sources go over much of what's going on in the government chat over these past
And
24 hours.
I don't really blame them either, because what are they going to report? They have nothing solid to report on. It's just like if I was gonna like launch a news story on this, like all I could put is Orange Bear and Cersei had a disagreement. Orange Bear thinks Cersei is going against the interests of Mayflower and thinks he should be deported. I think you need more context, like
Yeah,
personally.
100%. 100%. Um, yeah, I just find.
I think an issue that we're having is not enough public communication. Like, you gotta provide way more context. Like, I can't get anything out of that. I don't know if, like, who do I support? Do I think Cersei should get deported? Or is Orange Bear just going rogue or something? Because
Exactly.
based off of that, it doesn't seem like Cersei should be deported.
No, not at all. Because there's no information given. It's just given like we're just given a short exchange of DMs. We don't know what's said before, what's after. If the governor got unblocked, maybe the governor
Yeah,
blocked him himself. I'm not sure how blocking works here on Discord because I've never had to block anybody, and I'm not sure I've been blocked by anybody
yeah.
else. So I can't speak on that. But there's just a lot of holes missing there, and I'm not sure where to find answers, and if we're gonna get any.
I mean, if he did something wrong, I'm okay with him getting deported, but I want to know that Orange Bear's doing the right thing by deporting him.
Yeah, and as you had just said just a second ago, if somebody new just joined, they just got residency, they're now able to vote, and they don't have any real information on any of these happenings. They just may blindly. It could work for and against the governor, you know.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
like
I know
you,
the governor doesn't care that much since he has stated that he's not running for another term, but I'm sure he still has like somewhat self-respect.
I would hope so. Like, I don't know the governor, but yeah, I'd hope. I'd hope.
And
But
also, why is he saying that we're about to go to war with Ridgeway? We just
yes,
came out of a war with Ridgeway. Do we really need to be dragged into another war?
yeah. So that's what I was gonna segue somehow into next. Thank you for bringing it up. So that was the main thing, the main reason for me wanting to record this episode was the possibility of us going to war just based off of the one message, two messages maybe. Let me go ahead and scroll to them.
Yeah,
Released.
also, I'm not 100% like, this is not like fact checked information, but it seems like the reason why Looks like Orange Bear wants to go to war with Ridgeway is like he's having like a little bit of a conflict with their election committee. I'm like this could be all false, but like that's what the gist is feeling.
Hmm.
Like from what I've seen, I'm leaning towards some some sort of disagreement between him and the
Actually,
election committee in Ridgeway.
now that I'm looking here at the actual chain of messages, there is a little bit of context given, but I'm not sure as to the validity of it. I'm not questioning the government.
Like they
I
give
trust them.
context, but not the right context or context that can direct you a decision.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and pop up on screen all of this, but it's interesting because it seems that Source is getting deported and got his citizenship revoked because he did something for Ridgeway against the state of Mayflower. Just Dapper had sent out a message, what, several minutes after the governor
It's
sent that
after.
original announcement?
Isn't he a senator?
Just
Or
Dapper?
no?
I'm not sure.
No, Cersei.
Oh, I'm not sure on that either.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I think he is.
Just
Or he
Dapper.
got ranking. I'm pretty sure he was the chief of Palmer Police.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah, in
Just Dapper
Ridgeway.
has the state resident office role, so it actually makes a lot of sense for him to be commenting on the situation.
Great friends with Orange Bear. They're like best buds.
Really
Uh-huh.
interesting. I will keep that noted. But he has responded to this and said, word for word, end quote, "The seditious traitor has been dispatched. Love, live, Mayflower, and may Ridgeway crumble."
Yeah.
That last
Done.
part
So,
is kind of unsettling, but
yeah.
I mean, there's
So, I
not
mean,
much to think about.
and one last thing I want to say before I gotta go, sadly, is how does M&G run out of money?
That
They
is
have a
something.
whole operation to make money. And I'm just gonna leave you on that. You can talk about it if you want. I gotta go.
I mean,
Alright,
thanks for joining.
see ya. You're welcome.
All right, so now with Gamerboy gone, I'm gonna continue and wrap this up on my own. So, 2 minutes later, after Just Dapper had released his statement on Source, Springy KFC announces that a war with Ridgeway is imminent, and God bless. I'll put that up on screen. That's kind of concerning. Springy also, in this chain of text, adds at 11:53 p.m. CST yesterday night that Clown Honks is a traitor to the state and will be punished. Punished how? And for what? And then earlier this morning at 11:01 a.m. CST, Trade Effect released an announcement. This is probably the only great news in the past 24 hours, or the best statement over the past 24 hours. Trade Effect, I will put up on screen this announcement, but he announced that his office had received word of a group called Bus Bandits. And I agree with his take, saying that fuck them. And I will not tolerate them either. So you have my full support on that. And then MSI. I'm pretty excited about that because that opens up a lot of doors that I would like to see open. But I'll wait to talk to Gamerboy about that because he has some knowledge, a lot more knowledge on that than I do. So we'll hold on that topic. But it's a great that it's opening. So I'd like to add that with Spring KFC, that I'd like to state again, I don't really understand the basis at which most of his policy is built from. But what I can say is, with the utmost respect to him, that I do not agree with a lot of his policy. For example, I was introduced to his policy with Senate Bill 303. And with Senate Bill 303, it seemed like Spring KFC was putting the cart in front of the horse, so to speak, with this policy. He seeks to dissolve the massive state police agency that we know as Lander City Police Department. And it didn't seem that in this bill that there was a real plan of action behind this. And to cement this, Spring KFC is quoted as the following. I'll put it up on screen. In the coming days, I will be working with community leaders to design a new system of public safety, one rooted in transparency, equity, and service to the people. Our goal isn't chaos, it's clarity, not abandonment, but rebirth. We will build something better together. Now, with that, my main concern with this is obviously the safety of the people and how people in the LCPD jurisdiction will be kept safe. My second concern is the precedence that this sets. I 100% agree with LCPD facing repercussions for the June 6th insurrection. That's one of the reasons why I in my Common Good bill, made sure to include the creation of a government accountability office. This is where the Office of Administrative Accountability would come in, and they would step in. They would take power of LCPD, and they would stick with it until all the problems are weeded out. But the execution of the governor and Spring KFC, I think it's not right. It's not the right way to do things. And instead, I think the department, as I just said, should have been gone through, and all of this taken care of instead of just dissolving it. And I think it sends a bad message that any agency that goes against the state, that goes rogue, will get dissolved without process. And then the second bit of policy I saw from Springy KFC was the Legalizing Overdosing Act. Now, having in my freshman year of high school done a project on physician-assisted suicide, this whole subject leads down a very slippery slope of ethics, and it's interesting the way he went about this. I do not like how he wrapped up the announcement. I'll put it up on screen. He says in quote, "The bill will change our lives. It's loud, and I wrote every damn word. No apologies, no mercy, no compromise." Now, I'm speechless as to what doors this Senate Bill 308 opens up. And I will do a whole other segment on this because it just does not sit well with me because of the doors that this opens up. So, this is definitely some stuff to think about for all of you guys listening in. Expect me to cover Legalizing Overdosing Act within a couple days of this video releasing.